MegaLag honey. YouTube wants to send notifications. Absolutely not. Okay, are we ready? We're gonna react now. We're gonna react now.
Last year, 18 million people witnessed Honey's scheme, how they were poaching affiliate commissions from influencers, bloggers, and virtually every player in the affiliate marketing industry. But that wasn't the full story. Over the past year, I've been digging deep into Honey's code and discovered something huge. In 2017, under the leadership of co-founders Ryan Hudson and George Ruan, Honey secretly engineered a sophisticated
What happened?
system designed specifically to enable this theft while hiding it from industry
Hold on, I'm
insiders.
gonna restart the video real fast. Sorry, I was checking audio and I was making sure that I looked right. And actually, I don't look right now that I think about it. And aim control. There we go. Look at me, I'm bright now. I'm so scuffed, I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh wait. Wow, everything is just not like agreeing with me this time around. Too loud? Okay. Yeah, I'll make it a little bit. There we go.
Last year, 18 million people witnessed Honey's scheme, how they were poaching affiliate commissions from influencers, bloggers, and virtually every player in the affiliate marketing industry. But that wasn't the full story. Over the past year, I've been digging deep into Honey's code and discovered something huge. In 2017, under the leadership of co-founders Ryan Hudson and George Ruan, Honey secretly engineered a sophisticated system designed specifically to enable this theft while hiding it from industry insiders and compliance testers. Honey achieved this by using incredibly invasive tactics to determine who was using their extension and would adjust its behavior accordingly, making it very difficult for the industry to detect. It's very reminiscent of the Dieselgate scandal, where Volkswagen quietly programmed their vehicles to only lower emissions during regulatory testing. Volkswagen executives went to jail for that. But this, in my opinion, this involves intentional, provable theft from thousands of ordinary people.
So the Volkswagen thing was kind of fucked up because, like, here's the thing about that, right? Is that you made that system specifically to lie to a government body, right? You didn't make that system, oh, I just want, you know, a couple bucks for my, like, my stupid, like, you know, VPN, like, sponsorship or whatever. No. You lied to a government body so that way you could sell your cars when you weren't supposed to be able to sell your fucking cars, okay? That's just how it was. Do I think people at Honey should go to jail? No. Do I think Honey should be shut down? Yes. Yes, I do. But mostly because I think PayPal should be shut down, because I hate PayPal. PayPal is the most evil entity on earth. You know what PayPal did to me once? I was like thinking, should I say this? So one time I used to play, what's it called? I'm gonna get closer to the screen. Huh.
By a Fortune 500.
Hold on. So I used to, what the frick? Yeah, okay, that's better.
Company.
Okay, anyways, I used to play card games, right? I used to play like Card Fight Vanguard, White Schwartz, a little bit of Magic the Gathering, those kinds of things. Someone had paid for a card from me with PayPal, and then months and months and months later, they did a chargeback on everything. So everyone in like the card game community where I lived in, they all got scammed, and then everyone's like PayPal accounts, like I didn't sell much on PayPal, so like I basically just used it the one time to receive a payment because it's like, whatever, you don't have cash, just PayPal it to me, I guess. And then so some of the sellers they just lost the money, right? And then so for the rest of us, our balances went negative. It was so funny because I didn't know that like they had done that. I just received a phone call in the morning and they're like, "Hello, is this Velvett?" And I'm just like, "Why?" And they're like, "I'm with PayPal." I'm like, "Cool, why?" And they're like, "Is this Velvett?" And I'm like, "I'm not gonna say yes to that question until you tell me why the fuck you're calling." So hey, pro tip. If someone calls you and asks, "Is this you?" You do not say yes to that question, even if it is you. Do not say yes to that question right away because they have to get confirmation that they called the right number. So they give you that, until you give them that, they can't actually ask you or like do anything to you, or at least to your number. You need to like pry as much information out of them before you hand over that information. Obviously, if you owe money, you should pay it back. But that doesn't mean that they have the right to fucking harass you. Or call you at freaking, was it like 6 in the morning? "Hi, is this Velvet?" And I'm just like, "No, leave me alone."
PayPal has had 5 years to find the system, investigate it, and report it to authorities. Instead, they have made multiple alterations to it and have ultimately allowed it to continue operating. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate what the system is and how it works. I'll also be addressing Ryan Hudson's claims that I misled viewers in my first video, and I'll be doing so with a host of new data, bringing more damning insights into his former company. As always, the views, allegations, and conclusions expressed in the series are my opinions, based on evidence I've gathered, which will be shared throughout. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cookiegate scandal.
So I didn't know about the Reddit post that he just alluded to. It's gonna be so funny watching that guy get broken down, because here's the thing about Redditors. They always think they know everything. Everything. They always think that, and I don't know why. But so okay. I wonder like how much like stupid stuff is in there, because the guy posting has to either have been like incredibly delusional to think that he was gonna get like not pushed back on by MegaLag, because like this guy's already exposing like like a multi-million-dollar company, right? Like Honey makes money. Honey was making money. There was a reason why their ad campaign was so effective. It's because they just took a huge pile of money and they went wah, and they just threw it at everyone.
After publishing part 1 of my investigation, Honey co-founder Ryan Hudson reached out to me on Twitter, stating he was, quote, "happy to discuss Pi and Honey." For those who don't know, Pi is an ad blocker and coupon cashback extension. One of Ryan's latest startup projects. Very original. Naturally, I immediately jumped at the opportunity to speak with Ryan and asked for an on-the-record interview. Ryan ghosted me for a week, I followed up, he eventually replied, and we had a short but very limited chat on X. This ultimately ended with Ryan requesting my full legal name and address to send certified mail so that he could lay out the damaging claims.
Certified mail. Why are people so stupid? Also, I'm pretty sure that they could have just figured it out without asking him.
That I allegedly made about his former company. In other words, it appears Ryan was threatening me with a lawsuit, but instead of following through, Ryan posted a lengthy rant about my video in an AMA on Reddit. Now, Ryan's post attempts to address the 2 key allegations made in my first video. One, that Honey...
If you're the founder of a company and you make an AMA post on Reddit about, someone, talking about your company, and you try to like lay out facts for them, it doesn't matter if what you're saying is actually true. No one with a brain is gonna like look at your post and go, "This isn't biased." This is like if you were to walk into, I don't know, a dental office, and you walk into the dental office and you ask, hey, what toothpaste do you recommend? And then before you walked into the dentist's office, you saw that it's like Dr. Tooth sponsored by Colgate. It'd be crazy if he said Crest, huh? Like, obviously he's biased, he's gonna tell you Colgate. But like, look. Oh, speaking of toothpaste, if you have sensitive teeth, Sensodyne is actually fucking great. Not sponsored. Just saying. But anyways, yeah, this doesn't make sense. Why would you make those posts? What do you think is going to come out of it? Everyone's just going to sit there and troll you.
Misled consumers by claiming to always find the best deal, and 2, that Honey was poaching affiliate commissions from content creators. According to Ryan, neither of these claims are true. He states that Honey only removed coupon codes that were never intended for public use, like employee discounts. And he insists that if a brand wanted a publicly available coupon removed, Honey required the brand to replace it with a Honey-branded code of equal value. He claims this was a strict policy at Honey during his tenure. Now, unfortunately for Ryan, those claims are not supported by Honey's own data. For starters, Honey literally built a Shopify app.
Oh, this is 40 minutes. Sorry, we were watching this at 1.5x speed. I think there's echo. Echo? You mean in my microphone? On the video audio. Window capture, mic. Oh. You know what it might be? My microphone might be pitching up the video. This is gonna be a problem. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the window capture, or I'm gonna put the audio capture back up. But I'm gonna lower the volume.
App that gave store owners access to Honey's database, enabling them to freely add or delete coupon codes as they please. And while this app no longer exists today, an FAQ page for it remains live on Honey's website.
Much better? Okay, that's what I figured. Okay. It's 10 there though. Okay, I can actually just turn it down more.
In fact, the very first topic on that page, titled Coupon Code Management, states the following. Choose which coupon codes you'd like to share with Honey. We will automatically pull in all available codes, and you choose which ones you'd like to make available to Honey members and which ones you'd like to remove from the Honey system. The only limitations mentioned in this document are that stores had to keep at least one coupon code live at all times. And there is absolutely no stated requirement that this coupon code must be of equal value to the highest publicly available coupon, as Ryan claims. And for the record, this app launched in 2021 while Ryan was still working at Honey. So as you can see, Ryan's story quickly falls apart on its own. But once you start digging into the data from Honey's database, the situation looks a whole lot uglier. So let's take a closer look. In this spreadsheet, we can see every store Honey supports, along with the unique ID Honey assigned to each brand. We can also see the store's country, when Honey added it to their database, how many Honey users visited in the last 30 days, how many coupons Honey had on file for that store, and whether the store offered cashback, and if so, how much. We also have...
Is this just sitting in a fucking Excel sheet somewhere? Is this Honey's Excel sheet? Did they make this? Oh yeah, no, this is their Excel sheet. I wonder if this is just like just output into Excel, or this is actually how their fucking company is run. Oh my god, imagine not having your own internal tools for this shit. Oh, that's crazy.
A dedicated spreadsheet with every coupon code Honey had on file. Now, how many coupon codes did Honey claim to have again?
Automatically comparing millions of
promo codes. Ah, right, millions. But how many coupon codes do they really have? Well, at the time this data was collected, Honey only had 85,000 coupon codes, 12,000 of which were expired.
Oh, okay.
That's
So they
quite
just
the
found the
rounding error.
data and
We
then
can
they
also
just
see
pulled
that
it down
when a
into an
coupon
Excel
code has
sheet.
expired, Honey marks it as hidden. Now, you would think that when a coupon code is expired and marked
Oh,
hidden,
right, because you
that
can
Honey
see
stops
it in
offering
the
that coupon
browser
at
code,
checkout,
right?
right? Yeah, no, that's not what happens. Instead of removing the coupon code from their system, Honey simply changes the way coupon codes are displayed to users. For example, this store has 8 coupon codes, all of which have been expired for several years and are marked as hidden. Yet if we visit the store page, Honey pops up claiming to have 8 available coupon codes. And instead of showing what coupon codes are being applied, Honey is now sending
I did actually use Honey at some point because I was like, oh, I like saving money, right? Because like, why wouldn't I? I saw this all the time. It's like, oh, I have coupon codes, and I'm like, okay, cool, apply. Nothing happens. I'm like this extended. Actually, I think that's why I stopped using it. Is because it would always tell me it had coupon codes, and then it was like, no, I don't actually have anything. Sorry, nothing that'll work for you. And I was like, well, then what the fuck is the point of you? Get out of here! Don't tell me you have coupon codes that don't apply to me, you stupid piece of garbage.
answering them. Yikes, that doesn't look good. Even worse, on iOS and Firefox, Honey refers to expired codes as Honey exclusive codes. And as you can see on American Eagle's website, Honey claims to have 5 available coupon codes. 2 coupon codes are displayed, and the other 3 are labeled Honey exclusive coupon codes tried at checkout. But if we look at Honey's data for American Eagle, we can see that none of the 3 codes are exclusive, but they are expired and set to hidden. Unfortunately, these are not edge case scenarios. Looking at Honey's
That's
source
so
code, this
stupid.
behavior certainly looks intentional. And honestly, it makes sense. Showing up with a few codes that don't work still looks better than showing up with nothing at all. In other words, Honey has been wasting your time with expired coupons purely for the optics. And here's a statistic that
started
blew
using it
my
as a
mind.
price
At the
tracker.
time this data was collected,
That probably works for North Americans. It doesn't. It doesn't work in Asia. We have no databases for. So like, something I like to do is whenever I shop on U.S. Amazon is I'll go to like Camel or something, and then I'll just like look at the price history. But I realize I wonder if such a thing exists for like Shopee or like whatever, or like I guess AliExpress. And then I was like looking, I'm like, huh, there's no database. Probably because the database would be super dumb. I mean, I dropped Honey once, heard about the scam, but there's the extensions for Amazon. Oh, yeah.
Honey had 13,800 stores with absolutely nothing to offer. No cashback, no active coupons, and every single one of those stores was partnered with Honey, meaning Honey was earning affiliate revenue for simply wasting your time. Easy money, baby. That's modern day affiliate marketing for you. Now, have you ever wondered where Honey actually gets its coupon codes from? Well, thanks to this data, we can get a pretty clear picture, and this is interesting. 27,000 coupons were intentionally shared by brands themselves through affiliate networks. 23,000 coupons appear to have been manually added by Honey's employees, 9,000 of which are Honey branded codes like Honey 5 or Honey 10. And the rest, well, the remaining 34,000, representing the largest portion of Honey's coupons, were sourced from users. In other words, we, the consumers, were
Fucked up thing about that was that he's gonna talk about this later. I know he is. But there were stores that had like employee discounts, and when the employee with the Honey extension entered it, Honey was like, "Thanks, that's mine now." Well, I had to come here from YouTube. Honey sucks. Oh, hi, Kitty. I always see you commenting on my videos. Thank you so much. You're awesome.
what made the product work so well. Go figure. So much for scanning the entire internet for every working coupon code. The only evidence Honey did any kind of scouring comes from this DM Ryan sent me, claiming they had a full-time team digging through homepages and email lists. And they probably did, but let's be real. Having a team of people scrolling through newsletters is hardly the automated coupon harvesting machine Honey marketed itself as. In fact, I found zero evidence of automation whatsoever. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. If we look at the support notes left by Honey's developers, we can see that back in 2016, Honey was scraping coupons from at least one source. Their competitors, Retail Me Not and Coupon Follow. Of course.
Yeah, so here's the thing, is that even when I had first seen Honey, I had thought to myself, well, this is good for like finding coupons, right? But it's not like actually gonna save you like a ton of money. Like, it's not like brands just go out there and like, they just start, I don't know, putting random discounts on their website just to like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we had a discount that's just like 100% off everything? Like, obviously they don't do that. Who the frick would? Like, Yeah. Thank you so much for following, Kitty. I'm so happy, actually. You're such an active like commenter. Like, I feel like we're friends. Come join my Discord. But yeah, like, guess what, guys? Guess whose left controller has decided to just turn off? This cannot be real. This actually cannot be real. Okay, it's turning back on. What? Why did it do that? So hey, does anyone have any Velvett Next controllers they wanna just give me? Okay, well I'm going guess what I'm buying. I do, yeah, I have a Discord. Hey, guess what? I have a Discord. It's linked it's linked down below. It's linked down below in my about me buzz or my little description thingy. I also stream on YouTube. Guess where this is going? Or I also post videos on YouTube. Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm really scuffed today. I'm a little sick right now. Okay, we'll
Of course
continue.
they were. So now that we've established where Honey sourced its coupons from, let's take a further look at how Honey controlled which coupons were made available to users. If we come back to Yalta's spreadsheet and review the monetization notes left by Honey's employees, we can see that there are numerous notes proving Honey did in fact remove coupon codes at a brand's request. For example, this monetization note says, disabled Retail Me Not and non-link share coupon sources. L'Oreal family of brands do not allow user-generated codes. In other words, for this brand, Honey stopped scraping codes from Retail Me Not, removed all user-submitted codes, and kept only the codes which were directly approved by the brand on link share. Now, in some cases, Honey went even further, disabling all coupon sources, only allowing one specific coupon to remain live, like this one. Only code PJ Baby allowed, removing all other codes and disabling all other coupon sources. See, now that doesn't quite align with Honey's marketing claims.
Honey will find every working code on the internet and apply the best one to your cart.
You know what I would have done if I was like a brand or like not a brand, a store, right? I would, if I didn't want Honey to work on my site anymore, this is what I would do to it. I would install Honey on my browser. I'd go to my own site. I'd buy something from myself, and I'd use a coupon code that I create, right? And then I would like let Honey like scrape that. I'd like check to see if it's getting used a little bit. Like I wouldn't be a crazy coupon code. It'd be like 25% or something. Just like, okay, these few people can like have the item for like cost, right? And then after I know Honey is like using my code, I would change the code so it makes everything 300% more expensive. and then the user would get an email. Thank you for donating extra by using the Honey extension. They would uninstall it 100%. They would, because they'd be like, oh wait, I don't want to pay 300% for this thing.
Seriously, Ryan told me in our DMs that letting retailers give us shitty codes would, as you've seen in the public outcry, destroy the brand value proposition. George and I aren't that dumb. Well, that's certainly not supported by this evidence. In
They are
fact,
that
the
dumb,
spreadsheet
though.
also
That's
reveals
literally
that
what
Honey
they
had
did.
a dedicated feature flag where they could disable user-submitted coupons for any store. When this is set to false, users are blocked from submitting coupons for that brand. We can see this in action here. Honey allows me to submit coupon codes for Under Armour, where UGC allowed is set to true, but not for Nike, where it is set to false. And guess what?
Oh, wow, I wonder
Honey
if they
has it
pissed
set to
off Nike.
false for over 2,000 brands, virtually all of which are, you guessed it, partnered with Honey. Now, you might think that this service is proof that brands were secretly colluding with Honey to give users shitty deals, but this actually has less to do with the brands and more to do with the fundamental rules of affiliate marketing. And this is where Ryan's argument completely falls apart. You see, most affiliate networks have a very clear set of rules to protect brands from having their coupons leaked online, for all the reasons I highlighted in my previous video. These rules explicitly state that brands alone decide which of their coupon codes can be distributed and which ones cannot. This is not just an expectation, it's directly spelled out in most affiliate network terms of service, and is reinforced by industry-wide guidelines like the Internet Advertising Bureau's Voucher Code of Conduct. Additionally, brands themselves typically have their own set of rules that you must read and agree to before joining their affiliate program. This here is my account on the AWIN network. Honey too will have an account just like this. So let's pretend I'm Honey and I want to find a new...
Hey, speaking of affiliate links, I don't actually have any. If I did, I would have plugged them right there. Well, I technically do, but I'm not going to use them because they're not good deals. They're not good deals for you guys. if I find the good deal, I promise you, because I am such a cheap human being, if I find a good deal, there's no way there will be an affiliate brand for it, because it's probably like basically like they're making a penny off of the sale. That's the kind of cheap person I am.
Merchant to partner with. Let's check out Nike. Now, if I want to join Nike's affiliate program, notice how Awin requires me to read and agree to Nike's terms of service first. And if we check the terms, you can see that Nike has a dedicated clause for coupon codes, which states, you undertake not to use any Nike promotional codes or coupons that are not made available through Awin. In other words, if I'm Honey and want to partner with Nike, the only coupons I can share are the coupons that were approved by Nike and provided directly through this network. I cannot publish user-submitted coupons. I cannot scrape codes from websites like Retail Me Not and share them with my users, because any of those actions would be a contractual violation. Let's now look at another affiliate network, this time Impact. Here we have the Gap Factory affiliate program. Their program terms state you may only advertise coupon codes that are...
Whatever happened to the Gap? When I was like a kid, the Gap was like really popular. Like I think everyone shopped. Like it was like one of those brands that like if your parents loved you, you got stuff from the Gap. I still have a Gap hoodie that fits me from when I was a kid. But like I still see them around, but they're like, I don't know what kind of brand like they have. Like how do people perceive the Gap? Like do you guys shop at the Gap? Let me know. Let me know down below in the comments actually. Like, do you even know what the Gap is?
Provided to you through the affiliate program. Let's look at another major affiliate network, this time Commission Junction. Here we have NordVPN's affiliate program, and it too states, publishers may only use coupons and promotional codes that are provided exclusively through the affiliate program. See what I mean? No matter which affiliate network you're on, you'll find that most merchants have a coupon policy in place for, again, all the...
And speaking of affiliate things, if I do ever get an affiliate code that I actually want to use, it will probably be a VPN one, because my god, the payout for those is crazy. It's like 30, like you can get up to $30 for just one person signing up. And like, look, let's be real for a second. Like VPNs, they don't protect you for shit, okay? They're not good at like, you know, actually protecting you. And let's just be real for a second. If you're using a VPN, you're using it for like one of two things. Either you just want to get past like Netflix's like geo restrictions, or what you're actually doing is sailing the high seas. Yar har har.
Reasons I outlined in my last video. The rules are clear. If a brand demands a coupon be taken down, Honey has no choice. They must comply. There's really no argument here. Honey lied to consumers. Plain and simple. In fact, we can even prove that Honey was well aware of these rules. If we go back to the monetization notes, you can see several examples where Honey noted certain brands as having...
Whoops, what's going on? Sorry, he started talking louder, so I have to like lower him more.
Clause. And this is where it gets even worse for Honey, because they also documented ignoring these clauses. Take a look at these notes. Terms have the coupon clause. No data on enforcement yet. The terms have the coupon clause. We just added them, so unsure if this is enforced yet. Or how about this note on the Lid chocolate store? Has non-affiliate coupon clause, but don't have any codes from network, so can't remove other coupon sources. Based on these notes, it appears that Honey would join a brand's affiliate program, noted their coupon policies, but would intentionally disregard them for as long as they could get away with it. So Ryan has put himself in a real awkward situation here, because his Reddit post effectively serves as an admission that Honey knowingly violated network policies under his leadership.
That's my Twitch strategy.
And Honey's own data essentially
break the rules until someone
it.
yells at me.
At the same time, the data also confirms that when push came to shove, Honey would eventually bend the knee and remove coupon codes at a brand's request.
I'm just kidding about that, by the way,
knowingly
Twitch.
misled consumers. Talk about
Relax.
a cluster.
I'm clothed.
Now, if there's one thing people hate more than deception, it's theft. And in my first video, I showed you how Honey was stealing money from influencers. But what I didn't tell you is that this behavior is in most cases strictly not allowed. You see, the companies that run this industry, the affiliate networks, know full well that coupon extensions like Honey have a high probability of poaching commissions from influencers, bloggers, and other content-driven affiliates. More importantly, they also understand that this is not fair, especially under the last click wins policy, which has remained an industry standard. So to prevent this type of commission theft, most major affiliate networks enforce what's known as a stand down policy. Let me show you what that looks like on Honey. Let's visit newegg.com first without an affiliate link. And as you can see, Honey immediately pops up offering cashback. But if we do this again, this time using my affiliate link for Newegg, you'll notice that Honey doesn't pop up at all. And if we click on the Honey icon, you can see that Honey is now disabled. So that's how Honey is supposed to behave when a user's already clicked on someone else's affiliate link. So where then is the alleged fraud, you ask? Well, as it turns out, Honey has always had a stand-down system built into their app, but they have been selectively choosing when and whom to apply the rules. Let's test my affiliate link for Newegg again. Only this time, I have 2 entirely separate Chrome browsers open at the same time, and each is logged into a different Honey account.
Oh,
Honey
then
account
the
on
only
left
way I get
has 0
banned for
cashback
one day
points,
and then
while the
immediately
Honey
come
account on the
back.
right
Hold on.
has accumulated.
Look, the only way I get banned for just a day and then immediately come back is if I like assaulted someone. That's the only way that happens. Velvett NordVPN sponsor what? I don't think they care about me. Actually, I could probably just ask for one. I should they just give it to me because it's just a link, right? I'm sure they don't care. But I also what Ben? What? Is that too real? Did they just throw shade at someone? You think that's I was gonna try to pun her name. I was gonna try to pun her name, but I can't think of anything. But yeah, I actually I think I'm also gonna like set up a so I have some like commandments of streaming that I'm gonna basically be following, and like one of them is like, you know, affiliates are nice, but only if it's like if I really think that like you guys will care about it, and also for some things I'm not gonna take an affiliate deal without also getting like an upfront payment. I don't give a crap. You have to give me something up front, or else I'm not putting your name on my channel. It's just how it is. I'm Velvett. I'm awesome. This name has money. This name has value, I mean. Wait, wasn't that intentional reference? Was it? I don't know. Oh, sorry, my dog's moving. Kaya, please. Anyways.
Related cashback points. Now, watch what happens when I open the Newegg affiliate link on both browsers. The Honey account on the left stands down
I
as
would love a
first
plushie.
time.
That'd
But
be so
this,
cool.
the account on the right, which has cashback points, did not stand down. So why is that? Why on earth would Honey act compliant for one user account while violating stand down policies for the other? Well, that right there is the fraud. And once you understand why this happens, you'll be shocked at just how calculated and insidious this behavior is. But before we unpack exactly what's going on here, it's important we first understand how Honey's stand-down system is designed to work.
I feel like a
So
lot
here
of
we
the
have
information so
stand-down
far
rules,
was
which are loaded
iterated
onto
in the
your
first
computer
video, wasn't
when
it?
you install the
Or am I
extension.
going crazy?
At first glance, this might look awfully complex, but it's actually very straightforward. These here are affiliate link patterns for different affiliate networks. Once Honey detects a user has clicked an affiliate link that matches any of the patterns
I'm
in this
decent with
list,
sewing once I buy
Honey
the
should
materials. Just
very
wait, what do you mean,
stand
sleepless?
down. Now,
What does
if
that
we go
mean?
back to my Newegg affiliate link, you can see it says click.linksynergy.com.
Oh, you're gonna make a
all my other
plushie for me?
recruiting links
Oh my
have
god.
the exact same pattern. Looking
That'd
at
be
Honey's
so
stand-down
cool.
rules, we can find that link synergy pattern in the list. Above the link patterns, you'll notice the label provider. This simply tells Honey which affiliate network the pattern belongs to. For example, LS refers to Linkshare, which is now owned.
I'm gonna be 100% real, okay? Kitty, if I ever do get like let's say I get big enough that like I'm actually like getting plushies, I'm just gonna send you one for free. You comment on my stuff so much that like you know what? This is a real fan. This is someone who actually likes me for me. Nar, oh my god, are you Australian too? You know, I saw oh sorry. I saw a I was talking to this one person and then she just like randomly went Nar and I'm like, are you Australian? And she's just like, no, and I'm like, why did you say it like that? Just a silly one.
by Rakuten. AW is for the A-Word network, CJ for Commission Junction, etc, etc. And below, Honey defines a timer for how long they should stand down for that affiliate link. And right now, it's set to 3,600 seconds, which is exactly 1 hour. So if you click on my Newegg affiliate link in the morning, but only complete the purchase later in the afternoon, the stand down timer will have expired, and Honey will reactivate itself the moment you get to the checkout page. Now this alone is already a major red flag, because I have not seen a single affiliate network specify that stand down should only last 1 hour. So it appears as though
I will also say the first time I ever like looked at someone who wrote NAUR into a chat box, I was like, what about NA Ultimate Raiders? Because I was playing Final Fantasy 14, and they're like, no, it's just a funny way of saying no in Australia. I'm like, oh, right. I've heard them say that because I played on OCE for a while. I'm just hyper autistic. I'm not Australian, I'm just hyper autistic. Same.
Honey made up this arbitrary rule entirely themselves. But here's where this gets even more concerning. These stand-down rules are not hard-coded directly into Honey's extension. Instead, they are stored in the cloud on Honey servers, which you can access through this URL. And the Honey app
my
installed
God,
on
they
your
just left
computer
it
checks for
public.
updates to these rules every hour. Now, that's a very suspicious setup because stand-down rules are not something that should require frequent updating. But since Honey is refreshing them hourly, it means that a Honey developer could quietly make changes to the stand-down rules right now, and within an hour, all 20 million Honey users, 14 million Honey users, would automatically have the new rules. The fact Honey can alter their behavior like this on the fly without any updates or transparency is very concerning. In fact, I was able to find an archive of these rules on the Wayback Machine from 2023. And back then, Honey was only standing down for 360 seconds, which is 6 minutes. Mate, it takes me more than 6 minutes to type in my credit card details. So when exactly did these rules change? Why did these rules change? Did Honey lengthen their stand-down window after my video came out and the lawsuits started rolling in? I can only speculate, but it certainly seems possible. Either way, Honey's current 1 hour policy is already questionable. But 6 minutes, that was blatantly non-compliant and would have undoubtedly resulted in thousands of sales being poached from other affiliates. Now, as bad as this already looks, you'd think that Honey's stand-down process would end here. They detect an affiliate link, they stand down. Period. End of story. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Honey takes one more step in the decision-making process, and it's this next step that, in my opinion, constitutes fraudulent behavior. In this next step of the process, Honey essentially goes, okay, we've detected an affiliate link, so we know we're supposed to stand down. But standing down means we lose money, and we don't like losing money. So let's break the rules and ignore stand down as much as possible without getting caught. But how exactly does Honey avoid getting caught? Well, the extension starts running tests on your account to determine who you are as a user. Are you A, a legitimate shopper looking for deals, or are you B, someone from the affiliate industry testing their extension for compliance? If you're logged in, have an account that's been active for a while, and have already earned a decent amount of
that's
cashback
literally
points,
what
well, chances are
Volkswagen
you're a
did.
legitimate shopper, at which point Honey considers it safe to break the rules and ignore stand down. But if you're not logged in, or your account is brand new, and you haven't earned any cashback points, well, now there's a higher chance you're only testing Honey for compliance, in which case Honey plays it safe and stands down. Now, believe it or not, Honey actually takes this profiling a step further by checking.
They take it a step further? What the fuck do you mean they're taking a step further? It's already illegal. Well, not illegal. It's highly no, you know what? It might actually be illegal. Yeah, no, it's illegal. And it's highly unethical. I mean, I guess it's diabolical. It is diabolical. My God, this company. You can tell they're owned by PayPal.
For certain
Jeez.
edits in your email address, and even examining what website you visited and what cookies exist on your browser. This is all, of course, incredibly invasive and I suspect illegal in numerous jurisdictions, but that's exactly the system Honey has created. But don't just take my word for it. Let me show you how the system works, I'll demonstrate it in action, and then you can decide for yourself. So, the moment Honey detects an affiliate link from these stand-down rules, before making any decisions, Honey consults this last file called SSD, which I suspect stands for Suppressed Stand-Down or Selective Stand-Down. Now, again, this looks very complex, but it's very straightforward. First, we have these base rules, and the base rules apply to every affiliate link that Honey detects. UL stands for User Logged In, and because it's set to 1, it means the user must be logged in to Honey. If it were 0, being logged in wouldn't be a requirement. UA stands for User Account Age, and this rule defines how old your account must be. And right now, it's set to 30 days in milliseconds for whatever reason, hence the very long number. UP stands for User Points, and it's currently set to 501. We'll ignore these last 2 rules for now, I'll explain what those are later. So the way this works is, if your Honey account passes all 3 of these rules, Honey considers you a legitimate shopper and will not stand down. However, if your account fails any one of these rules, like your account is only 29 days old, Honey considers you too risky and will therefore play it safe and stand down. Honey can also create network-specific rules. This LS refers to Rakuten links. So for Rakuten affiliate links, it now requires that a user must have over 20,000 cashback points. In other words, these original base rules still apply to Rakuten links, except for the original points threshold, which has now been increased from 501 points to 20,000 points. Honey can also create
they're like tracking other like
rules, which is what
affiliate
we
like
have
people.
here. For example, 131 is Honey's store ID for Newegg, and this much longer ID is for NordVPN. So that's the gist of it. Now, let's see these rules in action. Let's start by clicking this Boohoo Man affiliate link, which in theory, Honey should stand down for. But as you can see, Honey has ignored stand down, and that's because my account has passed all of the checks.
1% cash
Now,
back.
if you
Oh
know
my
where to
God.
look, we can actually see Honey's decision-making process each time we click on an affiliate link. Let's visit another A1 link. As expected, Honey ignores the stand down rule again. But notice here how it says SSD? That's the extension confirming that it was supposed to stand down for this link, but didn't because my account passed all of these rules. But what happens if we fail one of these rules? Let's click on this Rakuten affiliate link.
I don't know if it needs to. I don't know why it needs to be said, but like, if you're gonna commit fraud, if you're gonna commit a crime, and this is just a pro criminal tip. Don't just leave your crime out in the open like that. If you're gonna like do something bad, don't just leave the body out in the open. Go bury it somewhere. Go to like the woods. Don't leave your code in the cloud that anyone can see and look at and be like, oh, look at what this is doing. Like, yeah, sure, I guess you like you abbreviated it to SSD. Okay, that doesn't technically mean anything. Until MegaLag puts it in this video and then explains it like that, then it's like, oh yeah, that's exactly what that is, isn't it? A pro criminal tip. Ah, yes, from a pro criminal. I've been to jail once.
Since Rakuten links require 20,000 points, and my account only has
I will not
10,000,
elaborate.
this time my account is going to fail Honey's engagement test. And sure enough, Honey stands down for this link. And as you can see here, Honey confirms which rule my account failed, which was
Since you've been to house. Yeah, as a kid, I was doing something stupid. They had to take me in until my parents came in. They put me in the slammer, and they're just like, "This is what jail is. Don't ever do that again." We were just trespassing. That's all.
the 20,000 user point requirement. But what if we click on this Newegg link, which is also on the Rakuten network, but has a store-specific rule for 10,000 points? Well, remember, store-specific rules take priority over network rules. Therefore, Honey ignores stand down as my account now meets the required points for this link. Let's do one more for good measure. This time, NordVPN, which has a store-specific rule requiring an account age of 8 years. As you can see, Honey stands down because my account is only 8 months old, not 8 years. So now that you understand how the system works, it's important to note that I slightly customize these rules to more clearly demonstrate how the system behaves. The actual rules, which I'll show you in a moment, are actually much less strict. This customization was necessary because I wanted to clearly illustrate what happens when my account both passes and fails Honey's checks, especially since my account already has a high number of points
Sorry, I had the
and is
cough.
8 months old. To use these rules, I made a very basic modification to Honey's extension, telling it, hey, instead of grabbing these rules from Honey's server, load these custom rules from my computer instead. So what did the actual rules look like? Well, again, thanks to the Wayback Machine, we have one archive of these rules from 2023. And honestly, it's pretty shocking. Looking at the base rules, we can see there were no requirements to be logged in at all, no minimum account age, and no cashback points threshold whatsoever.
Oh.
Honey only ran these checks on Rakuten affiliate links. I suspect this is because, besides being an affiliate network, Rakuten also has its own coupon cashback extension. So
They
Rakuten
definitely got
earns
caught
money from
at some
Honey
point.
as a network, but
I'm gonna
also
cough
has
again.
a
Hold on. I need
competing
to, like,
product.
actually cough
So
properly.
naturally, they are more incentivized to ensure that Honey is following the rules. It's a f***ed up industry, I know. Besides that, Honey sets store-specific rules for the following brands: TD Maxx, Booking.com, KS Sports, The Udi, and The Calming Blanket, likely indicating that Honey received complaints or compliance concerns from these companies. Interesting. So as you can see, these rules paint a seriously troubling picture. Under these conditions, Honey would have been ignoring stand-down rules.
I've been suppressing
a
that
lot,
cough for like an hour
in
and
the
a
vast
half.
majority of cases, which is fucking insane. Now, you might be thinking, what is even the point of having this selective stand-down system if Honey was ignoring the rules virtually all the time? Well, that's where this next sneaky rule called GCA comes in. At first, I honestly didn't really understand what this GCA rule was for. It seemed somewhat random, but there were several confusing elements in these rules. For example, there was also this random list of URLs for affiliate network websites and Swagbucks, one of Honey's competitors. But why? And then there's this random array of cryptic values with absolutely no meaning behind them. Like, what on earth is cont ID or S_VI?
Could be more
At the time,
MegaLag.
I honestly had no idea at all, so labeled most of it a mystery. But eventually, I figured out that GCA, the URLs, and these random values were all connected. And I discovered this by complete accident. You see, one day I was testing a new feature on my own extension, and this feature allows you to see what cookies are being loaded onto your browser in real time as you visit different websites. Now, as I was testing this feature, I logged into my CJ affiliate account, and that's when I noticed a familiar name pop up in the cookie list, Cont ID. So I quickly jumped back to the SSD rules to make sure I wasn't going crazy. And there it was, Cont ID, the same name. That's when I realized these weren't random values at all. They were cookies. At that point, I also noticed there were exactly 5 URLs and 5 cookies. The first URL in the list is cj.com, and the first cookie in the list was ContID. So I wondered, were these two lists somehow connected and in order?
my
If they
God.
were, that would mean that if I logged into,
It's
say,
not
my
even
A1 affiliate
shuffled.
account, I should see a cookie named
Oh.
Network Group load into my browser. So I quickly logged into my A1 affiliate account, and there it was, Network Group. Another cookie from Honey's list.
My
At
controller
this
just
point,
keep losing
I'm
tracking.
thinking, what
This
the
is so great. I'm
is Honey
so
secretly
happy.
monitoring cookies from these affiliate networks? And if so, why? These cookies have absolutely nothing to do with Honey's service. But then it dawned on me, the moment Honey detects any of these cookies on your browser, that's the perfect signal for them to know whether you're visited or logged into an affiliate network. And that's significant because, well, let's be honest, no ordinary shopper casually visits affiliate networks like CJ or A1.
Oh
right?
my God, that's
I'm
so
sure most of you
fucking
have never
true.
even heard of these companies. So the only people logging into those sites are Honey's
That's so
competitors, private
nefarious.
merchants, and of course the affiliate networks themselves.
No judge is gonna
Basically,
be able to
all
look
the
at this
high-risk
and be
users
like,
Honey desperately wants to hide
yeah,
their shady
I
behavior
don't know
from.
about
So
that, guys.
the moment Honey detects any of these cookies on your browser, they immediately know you're a high-risk user and can alter their behavior accordingly. To confirm my suspicion, I quickly loaded up a clean browser with no trace of me visiting any of these networks. I clicked on an affiliate link that Honey typically ignores stand-down rules for, and as expected, Honey did not stand down. Then, in a new tab, I logged into my CJ affiliate account, waited for the Cont ID cookie to load in my browser, there it is, then opened the same affiliate link, and boom. Now all of a sudden, Honey is acting compliant and is standing down. Holy shit, PayPal.
How could you be this blatantly like? And the owner still made a Reddit AMA about this? Is he fucking stupid? Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like anyone could try this. That's the problem with this. Any idiot could just do what MegaLag literally just did just now. Oh my God. So Honey is not only greedy, but they're awful criminals. Ah. Imagine they copyright strike me.
That is not a good look. And once Honey finds this commission junction cookie on your browser, or any of the others in this list, it does not matter what affiliate link you click on, Honey will not break the rules, period. And if we check Honey's reporting for why it stood down, it reports back GCA. So that's what the GCA rule is for. It's Honey's kill switch for when it knows you're visited or logged into an affiliate network's website. Makes sense. Now, believe it or not, Honey doesn't stop there. They run 2 more checks, both of which are tied to the rule labeled BL. First,
Boys
Honey
love.
scans your email
Boys
address for
love,
the word
right?
test. If it detects it, Honey immediately switches to compliant behavior. Clearly another safeguard against compliance testers, which is not a good look at all. And finally, Honey has what appears to be a master kill switch, which is controlled directly from their server via this URL. If the switch says OK,
It is okay. If I were to complete this, it would be like, no, very sick.
the SSD system remains activated. But if it says alive, Honey switches to full compliance mode. This allows Honey to instantly disable the entire SSD system with the simple flip of a switch from their server. So as you can see, Honey put a lot of thought into the system. And I have to say that discovering the logic behind these
Yeah.
last 2 rules was a huge holy shit moment for me, because it really made the intent behind the system very clear. But before we dive deeper into
So I also play like online games, right? I guess the best example right now is Final Fantasy XIV. Everything I've done in that game has always been iteration, and this looks like what Honey is doing looks like the kind of iteration I do. it's like, oh, we do this thing. It's like, we need to protect against this, so we'll add this into our process pipeline, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do this, and now it looks like they've reached the final form of just pure we don't give a fuck, because the less we give a fuck, the more money we make. We just need to make sure we don't get fined up the wazoo. Yeah. Sorry, there's not a whole lot else to say about this whole honey thing. MegaLag is kind of doing a great job of explaining it. It's just, why are they so gross?
My thoughts on this. First, let's look at what the
Not
SSD
MegaLag,
rules
honey, of
are
course.
right now. As you can see, PayPal has quietly stepped in and added a whopping 65,000 point requirement under the base rules. Now, I imagine that only a tiny percentage of Honey users have acquired 65,000 lifetime points. So PayPal has effectively limited how often Honey engages in this questionable behavior, which explains why Honey's stand-down behavior has changed so drastically. In other words, this change wasn't just an update, it was PayPal's attempt at a cover-up. Now, I did briefly consider going on an insane
Cover-up,
shopping
oh
spree
my
to earn
God.
those 65,000 points, purely to demonstrate Honey's system without using any modifications, but then I realized whoever made the changes to these rules made a critical error. They accidentally left behind a network-specific rule for Rakuten links, lowering the points threshold to just 5,000 points, much more manageable than 65,000. This oversight was exactly what I needed, a chance to expose Honey's illicit behavior using their own untouched, publicly available extension and rules. So I went on a painfully expensive shopping spree, targeting products with the highest cashback rates. And sure enough, the moment my account crossed the 5,000 points threshold, Honey immediately stopped standing down on Rakuten's affiliate links. At this point, I was fully convinced that
my
Honey was, and technically
goodness.
still is, engaging in fraudulent behavior. Looking at the full picture, the implications of what I had uncovered were enormous. This wasn't just some policy violation or shady growth hack. This looked like a Fortune 500 company systematically stealing money from tens of thousands of people while trying to hide it. And given I'm not a software engineer nor a security researcher, it only felt fitting that I consult with a real expert. So I reached out to Ben Edelman, a respected security researcher known for exposing major online ad fraud, deceptive software, and anti-competitive practices at large tech firms. Ben has 4 Harvard degrees, he's a lawyer, a software engineer, and a former Harvard Business School professor. But what makes Ben truly unique is that he has a deep, decades-long understanding of the affiliate industry, which is rare. So
I thought he said dickheads, not decades.
I really couldn't have asked for a better person to independently verify my findings, and thankfully, Ben agreed. So we jumped on a call, I shared my findings, Ben conducted his own test, and then we had this interview. Now that you've had the chance to go away and do your own research, were you able to replicate my findings? And if so, how would you characterize the purpose of the system that Honey implemented into their browser extension?
Your findings are on target. Honey stands down, but only sometimes. And the sometimes is predictable. It's a little different from anything I've ever seen in my whole career testing this stuff, frankly, because of the nature of when they stand down and when they don't. They're not doing it randomly. They're not picking a number out of a hat. They're doing it based on articulable factors that we can see in the code, we can see in the packet log, and we can even infer their intent based on what
Don't even encrypt
Right.
the data.
Okay. So
oh my God.
you would agree that this system is fraudulent in nature, specifically that the system was intended to.
I feel like if Honey wanted to, if their extension engineers, I don't know, had a brain, it would be really easy to obfuscate this information, right? Just don't have the fucking JSON just in the cloud that can be accessible by just by having the link, right? And don't make it so that way the cookies can be read. It should encrypt something and then decrypt it within the app itself. It doesn't matter. They already did it. It doesn't matter. If you're a Honey software developer, let me know, and tell me what was it like not being able to finish high school at the same time as everyone else because you got held back 4 times.
To defraud other affiliates and also hide that behavior from compliance testers and others within the affiliate industry.
Well, lawyers have a special view of the word fraud. I'm not sure I'm going to call it fraud myself, but it certainly is intended to conceal. They're attempting to stand down as little as possible while avoiding getting caught. Those objectives are intention, of course. The more you don't stand down, the more you're likely to get caught for not standing down. So they're trying to figure out in what circumstances can they avoid standing down and not face a material risk of being caught.
What do you think the implications are of this? Once this video goes live and everyone sees and understands the system, how do you think the affiliate networks respond?
a program that detects testers and hides from testers is incredibly frustrating. It indicates bad faith in the testing process, not making yourself available for testing. Look, the network should be angry. As to whether they will be angry, maybe it's a little bit tricky for them. Honey is a big partner. It's making them lots of money. But they should be angry. Based on the facts, anyone who has a application under test that is hiding from the tests, they should be angry about that.
Now, Ben also played a key role in exposing.
What I'll say is that the testers probably don't care. There are going to be testers who test, who audit, like me. You will audit something. You will check that it functions. You will check that, oh, there's a compliance issue here. We will fix the compliance issue. The compliance issue might actually be saving the company money. But the question is, for how long? For example, if I were to let something slip through like my company's pipeline, for example, that would maybe not immediately make anyone sick today, but maybe make you sick 10 years from now if you just kept consuming it or whatever. And let's say doing that saves us 15% on our like production. That's a lot of money. In the scheme of like something that's like $1 million a year like production, and it's more than that, a 15% savings is a lot of money. It's a ton of money. It's a whack ton of money. But the question is that will we be sued in 10 years from now for even more money than what we saved? And the answer is often yes. The answer is almost certainly yes. And the other question is, if we get caught today, will we not only be sued later, but also pay fines today? The answer is often yes. For Honey, it seems like, I'm just going to say, I'm pretty sure Honey knows exactly what they're doing. I don't think that they would do it if they didn't think that even if we get caught, we won't have to like pay anything or do anything. Maybe we'll have to change like the way our app works, but we'll still basically be in business, which I think is what's going to happen here. They'll totally be running cost-benefit analysis on this. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Oh, Kitty, is your power okay? Are you okay? But yeah, I'm sure that they know. Like, oh no, we got caught. Oh, sorry, slap on the wrist. We won't do it again. And then they just make their system more complicated. This is the thing about cheaters and liars, is that when they get caught the first time, they don't stop doing it. They just make sure they don't get caught for the same reason again. So like I'm talking about here, that, oh, they should have encrypted their traffic, they should have obfuscated their code, not made it publicly available, hidden it from people better. That's what's going to happen. They're not going to stop unless you put them out of business. They're not going to stop until they've been fined so badly that it doesn't matter. Like, let's say Honey's currently in a lawsuit with a bunch of influencers, I think. I don't know what's happening with that. I think the influencers have to turn around with their new argument very soon, or already have. I'll look that up later. But like, let's say the lawsuit goes on, Honey loses, they have to pay the creator something. Let's say they have to pay the creators $1 million, but they made 10 million. So if Honey makes 10 million and they have to pay the creators $1 million, I'm just saying, if I could take $1 million and turn it into 10 million or 9 million, I would do that. That just makes sense. The only way Honey will stop is if they get fined $1 million and all they made was $1 million or less, ideally less. But yeah, it's like when you pay a parking ticket. Think about it. Like, let's say think about somewhere in your city where like you're really not supposed to park, but you can technically park there. Like, you could park there, you get a ticket, but you wouldn't get like towed or anything, right? And you get $100 parking ticket. That $100 is only a punishment for someone who $100 is a lot to them. Otherwise, it's just $100 parking fee. I mean, unless there's like some kind of like negative thing, but like often it's not. There's not. Man, you can park there. I'll park my cute butt anywhere I want, and that'll be on your lap. Off topic, but curious, how's the Quest Pro battery doing? Let's see. So my battery is still fully charged, and my my battery bank that's in my pocket is currently at 10%. So it is fucked. I think this battery started at like 70%. So okay, so battery pack is 100% necessary. I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about doing is I'm gonna get the B100 battery dock from Bobo VR. I'll get the globular cluster head strap. I'll mod it so that way the dock can sit on the globular cluster, and then I'll just route the cable to the side over here. And I think that'll be good. The way I'm gonna mod it is I'm just gonna like get some like what is that, Loctite? No, not Loctite, just some kind of glue that's like really good at bonding plastics together. And I'm just gonna glue it to the headset. Yeah, so yeah, I'm never gonna be using this without epoxy. Oh, maybe a 2-part epoxy. Well, it might be kind of overkill. It's VR. Anyways, hi Mags, it's nice seeing you. I always see you on Twitter, and you make such nice videos. Very nice videos. Very jiggly. If you guys want to see another cool VR chat content creator, you should look up Max Isn't Cute on Twitter. Also Zinnia Aoi. Fantastic creators. Love them.
One of the largest affiliate fraud cases in history, where 2 individuals went to
Also,
jail
Max is
for
going on
defrauding
YouTube.
eBay of millions of dollars. So naturally, I was curious whether he thought this could also lead to criminal charges.
Criminal charges for corporate misconduct are pretty unusual in the United States. Not unprecedented, Volkswagen.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but when a company does something violently illegal, it seems insane to me that the CEOs don't get like locked up for it. I don't know. Does that sound too extreme? It's like, oh, you're the CEO? You mean you didn't know that your extension was stealing from other creators and actively lying to people? Okay, we believe you.
Is an obvious example, and there are plenty of other corporations that have ended up in criminal litigation. I wouldn't expect that. I'd expect civil litigation. But if I were in charge, yeah, this kind of misconduct where you intentionally falsify the results that professional testers get in order to advance your business benefits looks like a violation of, I don't know, it's wire fraud, right? And misrepresentation over the wires. Honey would say, well, we didn't misrepresent anything. The wires correctly represented what actually happened. We changed our behavior depending on what was happening. That didn't misrepresent it over the wires. I don't know. They misrepresented that funds were payable to them when in fact funds were payable to other people, or maybe not at all. So I'd charge it on a wire fraud statute, but I don't hold my breath.
Don't hold my breath.
How my functioning is law enforcement right now in the FBI laws.
Oh my God, chill, bro.
Over the past couple of years, so I don't.
Why do we controllers keep using tracking?
Staff who are able to do a lot has to break right.
Wake the fuck up.
Criminal liability for these violations.
I really have to thank Ben for his time here. Having someone with his level of technical expertise confirm my findings was immensely valuable. Not just for me, but I think for everyone following this investigation. Ben will be publishing his own in-depth research into the system on his blog, so I highly recommend checking that out. I'll link it below. So now that we've established what this system is, that leaves us with one last critical question. How long has this been going on for? Was the system developed under PayPal's leadership or under the leadership of Ryan Hudson and George Ruan? I knew the best way to find out would be to locate as many historic versions of Honey's extension as possible and to sift through each version's code. And then
no, actually, the answer doesn't matter. Anyone involved in the leadership should be responsible for what Honey did. Because everyone knew what was going on. The only people who aren't responsible in the company are the people who were just told what to do. I do believe to a degree that there was I was just following orders sort of thing going on. But at the end of the day, someone got those orders from someone. And whoever they got the orders from, they're the ones responsible.
thankfully, I found almost 300 archives dating all the way back to 2014.
Oh, wow.
Nice. So I started methodically checking each version, one by one, looking for any mention of the SSD rules in the code, and found references dating all the way back to version 13.1.0, which was released in March of 2021. Now, keep in mind, PayPal acquired Honey in 2020, so I was initially under the impression that the system was developed under PayPal's leadership. That was until I stumbled across an article written in 2020 by security research.
So here's the thing, is that Honey started as an individual company, and they wanted to make a product that they would eventually sell, which is what they did. That's exactly what happened. they made honey. It finds coupons. Coupons. Honey has been around for a long freaking time. It sure has, Max. Um, and so you take a product that you want to sell to another company. You want to sell it for lots of money, right? You want to sell it for $1 billion, right? So you're going to walk into that meeting, and they're not just going to hand you a briefcase full of money just like that. They're going to be like, okay, tell us about your product. You tell them about your product. They're like, interesting. And how can we make that make us more money in the future? There's no way one of their developers was like, well, since we like, there's no way one of their developers didn't like come into that room and was like, so because we're running an extension on people's browsers, we can see things like their cookies, we can see things like their browsing history, we can probably send some telemetry data in the future, we can probably, by scamming people, yeah, exactly. Well, you have to scam people, but you have to not make it so obvious, right? So, of course, they go in, they're like, we can do these things, we can do all of these things that Honey is doing today, I'm sure at one point were discussed with PayPal prior to the sale. There's no way that it wasn't. Or there's no way that like PayPal is like, they're thinking about buying it, right? And then they go to their own software engineers and they're just like, how could we make this more evil? And I'm sure people had ideas. There's always someone who's just like, hey, you could do this. That would be pretty horrible, but you could just steal the affiliate link. When you see the affiliate link, you just insert it right before they hit checkout. You know?
Vladimir Pellant. As I read through his research on Honey, this one section stood out where he found that Honey was encrypting specific chunks of their code to conceal it from outsiders. And in one of the screenshots showing this encrypted data, I noticed something familiar, a reference to SSD. I thought, holy shit, is this the same SSD? Was Honey originally encrypting the code behind the system to conceal it from outsiders? Well, thanks to Vladimir's expertise, he was able to decrypt this data and shared a portion of the code in his article. And what do you know? Another familiar name shows up. Cont ID, and a reference to the CJ affiliate
been doing
network.
this forever.
At this point, I was confident he had found the same SSD system. The only issue was that Vladimir only shared a small portion of the decrypted code. But thankfully, the URL to this encrypted data was still active. And Vladimir included instructions on how to decrypt it. W in the chat for Vladimir. So I downloaded the code, decrypted it, and sure enough, it was the same SSD system. It checked if you were logged in, how old your account was, if you had over 500 cashback points, whether your email contained the word test in it, and of course the classic, do you have any affiliate network cookies in your browser? Armed with this critical insight, I expanded my search and traced the system all the way back to version 10.5.
I know why they lose tracking now. They lose tracking when they hold still. That's so stupid. That's so dumb. I hate Quest Pro.
2, which was released in October of 2017, suggesting the system was engineered while Honey was under the leadership of Ryan Hudson and George Ruan. It has been around for a staggering 8 years. Now, with that said, it's important we clarify a couple of things. First, these archives were sourced from a third-party site called CRX for Chrome, and while I have no reason to doubt their authenticity, it's important to acknowledge the possibility of inaccuracies. Second, none of this serves as proof that Ryan and George were directly responsible for the creation of the system. However, it is difficult to imagine that such a sophisticated system could be developed by some rogue developer without George and Ryan's knowledge. And if we consider who would be most incentivized to develop such a system, well, it would certainly be the two individuals who stood to benefit the most, right? But again, at this stage, we can only speculate. And for that reason, I genuinely hope this triggers an investigation by regulators or law enforcement. The public, the YouTube community, and the entire affiliate marketing industry deserve clear answers. Now, the next few weeks are about to get very, very interesting because once this video goes live, every major affiliate network is going to have to confront PayPal about the system. And unless PayPal can give them a legitimate business reason for evading stand-down rules and trying to hide it from them, which
Why did
I
you lie to
seriously
us?
doubt,
To make
I
money.
honestly think that the
To
affiliate
make you
networks
money.
will have no
Okay,
choice
that's
but to
fine.
terminate their partnership with Honey. They won't want to. Honey makes the networks a lot of money, but keeping them as a publisher after this, it isn't just risky, it's a potential PR disaster. The severity of the misconduct here is just too high.
keep
Even
the
if you put
code
aside
into
the
the
possibility of
branding.
wire fraud charges, let's not
Do
overlook
the
the fact
same
that Honey
marketing
has been
campaign they
snooping around your
originally
browser
did.
for cookies entirely unrelated
Maybe
to
they
their
actually
service.
do something
I
slightly
cannot stress
different
enough
next time.
how significant a privacy violation like
won't
that
matter.
is. These are all factors the networks will have to weigh carefully when making their decision. Now, I'll be leaving a link below with
Do we make lots of money? Or do we stay honest? I like making money. That's what's gonna happen. That's all that's gonna
access to the
happen.
honey files so you can review the data yourself, and I highly encourage you to do so. I'll also include a separate,
No
more
one's gonna
technical
look at
video
that.
that dives deeper into my testing processes and the technical nuances of Honey's system. This should be particularly useful for security researchers, lawyers, and of course the affiliate networks. There's also a backup of Honey store data on the Wayback Machine, so I'd like to thank the archive team for helping me facilitate that, and of course a big thanks to archive.org for providing such a valuable platform. Finally, if you have any information about the system, particularly regarding who was involved in its creation, please feel free to reach out to me anonymously via Signal or Proton Mail. And just to set expectations, part 3 is coming, but it is a massive
Part
project, and the
3?
story is still unfolding
What
in real
more is
time
there
with
to
all the ongoing
say?
class action lawsuits. I suspect part 3 will require a lot of travel and coordination, and I'm currently a one-man team doing all of this myself. But in the meantime, I look forward to Ryan's follow-up AMA on Reddit.
Hold on. Your 24-hour deadline suggests you aren't serious about incorporating feedback into a story you spent the past year working on. Ryan was offered an additional 40 hours, but did not respond. Georgia didn't respond. Karma now denies wrongdoing, but did not directly address the specific behaviors demonstrated in the series. Karma Now's misconduct was reported to multiple affiliate networks. Skimlinks confirmed it has fully suspended Karma Now's as publisher. Awin no longer lists Karma. Oh my god. So, thanks for getting back to us and giving us the opportunity to respond. Simply put, your claims are wrong. Much of your analysis is misinformed, including referencing materials from more than a decade ago and 5 years before PayPal acquired Honey. Regarding your claims related to data collected on our approach, fully explained and outlined in terms of, this is just some idiot that just like, oh god. On your claims related to marketing, our privacy statement clearly states that Honey was created for the exclusive use of adults. Honey does not target minors. When we oh wow, what do you think the big corporation's gonna say when they talk about kids, huh? No, of course we would never target minors. No, who would do that? Oh my god, the children are sacred to us. Also, they make us lots of money. It's really weird. How do they not have jobs but can make us money? Hi, Tiago. How are you? Finally, Honey, the platform follows industry rules and practices, and we will continue to defend ourselves against your mischaracterizations as we have done in recently dismissed lawsuits. Your claim suggests you have accessed Honey's non-public source code. Girl, it's public. If you can put it in the browser and it comes up, it's public. I don't know what you think public means. Just because it's not like listed anywhere, get the fuck out of here. Honey's source code is PayPal's trade secret and is confidential. No, it's not. Any unauthorized use, no one's using it. Access, except you, or possession is unlawful. We understand you have been in touch with former Honey employees. Whoever shared Honey source code with you is not authorized to do so and appears to have obtained it through improper means. As a result of any further dissemination of the code would be on additional act of misappropriation. With that, so basically what they've just said is that we think you obtained our code illegally, and if you continue to show it or use it, we will now, they're going to sue him. They're actually going to try. That's what that says. With that in mind, we urge you not to publish any portion of Honey's confidential source code. Please preserve all information about your access to and use of Honey source code and delete any copies of the code in your possession. Please preserve all information about your access. Oh, okay, so what they're also saying here is they want MegaLag to any like communication with whoever he got the information from, whatever they're talking about, they want him to keep that information, because when they eventually sue him, they're going to ask for it so they can deal with whoever gave it to him. And they also want him to delete the source code or like whatever information he has. So let's talk about lawsuits for a second. Let's say you're a Reddit mod. Let's say you have a Discord account. And let's say that, oh, you're getting sued. by someone who you've been helping other people harass. And let's say that, oh, that person that's suing the people that you're helping now wants to know who you are and wants to know your connection to them. Guess what happens if let's say you delete your Discord or Reddit messages with that person that you help? That's called spoilation. That's not good. If they figure out that you did that, let's say you delete the messages in Discord, but Discord retains a copy of the messages for 90 days. And they get a copy of those messages, and they also get a copy of the deletion request. They'll look at that and be like, you tried to hide things. Interesting. We will scrutinize you more and punish you harder. That's what that happens. Children yearn for the minds. Oh God, I hope not. Threatening with the intent to sue. That's crazy. Again, we continue to hope that you are interested in telling a factual story to your followers. The only one not telling anything factual is PayPal. Unfortunately, the narrative you shared with us, and that you say you are posting imminently, is not accurate and ignores basic facts. You'll recall that your first video was debunked by Ryan Hudson. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this toothpaste brand. But why doesn't the 10th recommend it? I wonder. Yeah. Okay. That's the react. Hold on. Hold on for a second. My controller is doing the thing. Hey YouTube, what the fuck? Hey YouTube, what the fuck? This is on your website. And you get mad at me when I say the F word in my shorts? Are you kidding me? Is this a joke?